A bright good morning to all the parents and UCMAS students from Washington and California, and a wonderful afternoon to parents and UCMAS students from New York, Florida, Texas, New Jersey, Michigan, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, Delaware, and North Carolina. Oh, that was some list. Some of these locations are our virtual locations managed by our UCMAS Corporate Center at New Jersey. So welcome all of you. Welcome to our 2021 second UCMAS National Competition Student Award Celebration. We recognize and thank all our students for making this their hybrid life of learning experience such a special one. We are very proud of all of our UCMAS students who have adjusted to this online national competition and have done really well. They've not only adjusted to this online platform, but have adapted to our first online national competition. The transition was not very easy, but our little math genius made it look so easy and effortless. It was just because of the practice and lot of hard work. And I'm sure all the course instructors and the franchise director today here with us would agree to that. Completing 150 math questions in 8 minutes is no joke. It's incredible. And we should all really be really proud of our students. So let's make this very special days very special for each and every UCMAS student who have really worked hard for months together to make this day possible. So let's congratulate all our UCMAS competition participants as well as our winners. So a big round of applause. Let's put our hands together and congratulate each of our students. So here with all the energy congratulating the UCMAS students, I would like to call upon my co-host for today's ceremony and the CEO of UCMAS, Megha Karya. A little introduction of Megha. Megha has been involved with education business since last 20 years and has worked through different communities of North America, spreading the importance of mental math and skill development in early years of learning for children. So welcoming Megha, who will share her vision and passion for education in a child's life. Hi, Megha.
Thank you so much, Pooja, for this warm welcome and love your energy as usual. A very good morning and good afternoon to all of you who are watching today and seeing us live streaming. A big thank you to all the parents who have been participating in the UCMAS program and also have been a big advocate of this competition. As Pooja mentioned, there is a serious amount of passion that I've always had since the inception of my career on how to spread education and how to be a part of this education system. I'm a firm believer that a child starts learning from the mother's womb. And it's as early as at that point in time where the child becomes an avid learner. And it comes later on in life where, as parents, we can educate them by finding the right kind of platforms and then constantly motivating them for educating further. But obviously, as parents, it has been very hard for finding the right platforms or making the right choices for our children. But what I feel is that when we start young with our children, when we start with 4-year-olds or 5-year-olds, we don't need to pressurize them at 4 or 6-year-olds, but basically we create a pathway for them which makes their future life super smooth. And how does motivation come within children? Motivation, I feel, comes in with success, and to succeed early on, There needs to be the right kind of programs, the right kind of education background, and the right kind of choices which the parents have to make at an early stage. So that is the reason where I feel an early education and the process of educating children and staying along with the education system at early childhood makes an ample amount of difference in the child's future. There is lesser pressure when there is work that will need for a lifetime. There is a lesser amount of catching up to do, and the cells that the children have at that early age make the child a very long term learner. The retention is long term, and what the child has learned stays with him for long. And UCMAS works on that premise: long term learning and foundational learning. UCMAS works on giving a child a lifelong learning gift. And that's what my passion has been. And I believe that every parent who believes in this, who actually follows this kind of a system, will not have to worry later on in life with their own children as well. So, moving on to the next segment, and I will let Pooja take it over.
Yes, Megha, very beautifully said that education at an early age and a right foundation is very, very important for young children. And as parents, we are all striving to give our children the best learning experience. And Megha, it's really great that you have been able to, pursue your vision and carry out your vision and mission so gracefully. So, yes, now I call upon our next speaker. He needs no introduction, and he's our UCMAS president, Mr. Anand Karya. Anand has been a great force in expanding his UCMAS wings to North America and a firm believer of making education and learning journey for children really fun experience. So welcoming Anand, who has firmly believed that children need to enjoy education as just another happy event of their lives. So Anand, my question to you is
Mhm.
what was the driving force for you to bring this wonderful program of abacus learning to North America?
Thanks, Pooja, for the introduction, and a very good morning and afternoon to all our students and parents from across US. To answer the question, I'll have to probably go back a couple of decades. I would say early 2000, when one of the thoughts that had crossed my mind was, why is it that the education system or the academics in North America is supposed to be not at par in certain areas, with some of the subjects that, or the level of academics that you see back in Asia and some of the Asian countries, with a specific focus, of course, on math, because I mean, math was one subject which I realized, is we're lacking something, out here in North America. So I decided to do some research and see what exactly is happening, and which is different from what we are doing out here in North America. One of the things that I observed, during my research was students not only are, excellent in math, subjects back in some of the Asian countries, but they really enjoy doing it. So the fun part of math, to actually start loving numbers and to start loving math as a subject was something which, I felt was lacking out here in North America. And so the big question here was how to make more, math more fun and engaging for the students. So they start enjoying math, they start enjoying numbers. And one of the products that came across was UCMAS, which was in existence in many of the Asian countries, since 1993. So we did some research on that, and we realized this is a fantastic product that we have. It makes math really fun for the students, because we have the abacus, which this abacus, which is completely, it's like a toy for all the children. And it really fascinated me, and I really thought, this is something that is really required out here in North America, so kids can have fun while learning math and the concepts of math. So that's when we approached UCMAS, and we said we really want to, spread the product across North America. We started operations in Canada initially, and then of course we expanded to US as well. And so basically the core concept was to get the Eastern philosophies, of math and having fun with math and merging them with the Western techniques and, the process that we have out here. If we can somehow, get these things together, math can really be fun and engaging. And that was the main concept that really, made me get the product out here in North America. So it's basically the Eastern philosophies merging with the Western techniques. That's what really got us in. And it has been a good experience, for the past 16, 17 years now, in North America. We've been able to successfully spread our network to close to 105 locations across North America. So it's been a good experience so far.
Yes, so true, Anand. It's really important that we have a foundation where children really enjoy math. Math becomes fun, and that's what we see with our UCMAS students. How quick they can do mental math, how comfortable they are with numbers. They have no fear for numbers, just because they are using this magical tool, which is the abacus. So, and you will just see how the children have performed. They have really performed exceptionally well with the competition. And not taking much time, thank you, Anand, so much. We will move to our next segment with Megha starting the awards. Thank you so much, Anand. So can I have my co-host with me, Megha? So we would now move to our next segment of the awards, and we have different categories, and Megha would be going on the categories we would start on with.
So I think, Pooja, let's go on to the sequence of the events today that we have. What we're going to do is we are actually having a certain sequence in the whole event. We will be, like Pooja called both of us, we have a couple of more people joining in for live streaming and for live interviews in between. And we have some very cute and very amazing children talking about their experience of UCMAS. So we have some pre-recorded videos from children. And we also have our flag bearers who will be introduced today to everyone. And obviously, we have the award announcements. So the awards will be announced in between all of these events, one after the other. And so let's start with our first segment, that is the curtain raiser.
Before we just get started, I just want, I would request all the parents to please take the pictures of your children while we have their names on the screen, and share their positions. We want to, see the excitement, and please share their videos and pictures with us so that, we also can be a part of it. And also, please let us know what other surprises and celebrations you will be doing with your children at home today. So yes, let's get to the next segment
Part of the celebration.
Yes, let's go start with the curtain raiser.
Starting with the curtain raiser, Nitin. Thank you. All right, so that was a little curtain raiser for today's award ceremony. And now we move to our next segment, and that is a very adorable child all the way from Florida, Boca Raton, talking to us and sharing her experience of how her competition practice was, what was the whole story, and what did she feel for this competition.
Hi, my name is Eden Gross. I'm 10 years old, and I've been with UCMAS, since the summer of 2019. I'm currently on the level level of higher A. I competed in the national competition on April 25th. Now, I can't really give you perspective on competing live because I never really had the opportunity to, but the competition, at least virtually, was 175 questions, and the goal was to complete as many questions as you could, and as accurately as you could, in 8.5 minutes. Now, not only did the actual competition boost my mental math skills, but the planning and strategizing for it improved my strategizing skills and my confidence, and it made me realize my personal strengths. Now, all this might seem complicated, yes? It is. But after 2 years with UCMAS, complicated is not so complicated.
That was super sweet. I loved Eden. And for sure, with UCMAS, complicated is not so complicated anymore. Things become simplified and things become easy in the long term for all the children who love UCMAS and who sail through all the programs, all the levels of UCMAS. Okay, now moving to the next segment, our awards, which all are the parents and the students waiting for. So we will start with the first section and the youngest children of our awards, the U and the V category, which is the junior module, which is the youngest for all the junior level students who competed in the competition. So categories U and V for our final awards. All right. So congratulations to all the U and V category winners. Now I would go to the next segment, that is introducing our flag bearers. So as we had the child from our Florida location, I will be introducing our flag bearer and our franchise director, center director for Florida. I think most of you know Wafa. Wafa has been one of our oldest flag bearers, oldest meaning the most experienced flag bearer from USA, an epitome of positivity, warmth, and a true go-getter. She does not find shortcuts at all. I have been with her in her journey, and I know how long and how difficult was her journey, but she has shown amazing patience and amazing positivity, works very hard and achieves all her goals very successfully, and super infectious smile. She's the one who has been the most positive in terms of all the center directors of UCMAS USA. So welcome, Wafa, our first flag bearer for USA in Florida. All right, so I will be now, as we're talking about Florida, I will now be having over our special guest for today, who's a parent all the way from Florida. So we have Zelurius from Florida, who will be joining me and sharing his experience on how UCMAS has been with him and his child.
Hi, Mega. It is a pleasure. How are you? Oh, I want to thank the UCMAS team and you and Pooja and Anand for making this wonderful program. available to us here in the USA. I can say my son is on her third year, and it's amazing how you guys have enabled him to unlock his potential. He is so much confident in just the strength that he has on, coming up with challenges, and like you guys said, it's complicated, it's not complicated anymore, it's easier. I want to also help you for thank you for the outstanding transition and adaptation of the program to the online classes. It has been amazing. The teachers have made it, just fun, and definitely it has been sort of a continuation of our life rather than, more challenges. And this ceremony is a testimony of what this year has taught us, which is no matter what life throws at us, we can excel. And I want to congratulate all the children on, that are not only being awarded, but are also, have participated in the competition, because it's just, you're not competing against anybody else but yourself on excelling and improving and, just making your knowledge and your abilities better. Thank you, everybody. And this is, we are here until, the end of the program. We love it, and we will continue to participate in it.
Thank you so much to hear all of this positive feedback from you. And I'm sure the experience of the competition also has made your child a little more resilient on working harder and staying on top of discipline. But it's amazing to hear that you're so positive about the program, and your child is going to stay with us completing the entire program. So thank you so much for sharing your views today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to you guys. And congratulations to everybody.
All right, we will move on to the next category of awards, that is Z and A category. We start with the foundation module, that is the Z and A category. So children who are either in undergoing basic level or have completed basic level, these are those categories. So this is the next set of awards, Z and A.
I'm sure all the parents are very excited to see the names of their children on the screen and their positions. So congratulate all the students and parents for believing in us and in the program. Just saw an interview by a parent, and it's so gratifying when we see parents are so happy and believe in the program and want to continue. So that's what this program is all, where like we have always had students, franchisees, or our network spreading, not because of any much marketing, but it's because of the belief which people have in the program, what they experience with the program. So that's the big strength of the program. Once you are registered, we have students not only completing and graduating the program, but also the siblings coming into the program. So that's one big thing which we all have experienced, and it's really proud to be a part of such a network where we are spreading so much happiness in lives of children and their families. So it's really gratifying. And now I would want to play another pre-recorded video of one of our UCMAS students who wants to share his experience with us. So here we go.
Hello, my name is Adam Halawa. I'm 9 years old, studying 3rd grade.
Hello, my name is Amir Halawa. I'm 9 years old, studying 3rd grade.
We both are twins. We started UCMAS in our 1st grade. We are currently in the higher A level. We live in University Place, and the nearest UCMAS center is in Bellevue. Our commute is 43 miles. Even after the pandemic started, we continued UCMAS through online classes.
We both attended this national competition in the level intermediate A. When I first joined the competition, I was only able to solve 50 problems in 8 minutes. But with daily practice of 10 times on weekdays and 15 times on weekends, I was able to see my score gradually improve. That's how, on competition day, I was able to see my score improve greatly, and I got the score of 110.
When I first started the competition, I was only able to solve 38 questions in 8 minutes. However, with daily practice of 10 times during weekdays and 15 times during weekends, I was able to gradually improve. That's why on the day of the competition, I was able to solve 87 problems.
We are proud that we are trophy winners for this year, and we want to thank UCMAS for organizing competitions even during this pandemic. Thank you.
Love you all, children, so much. It's really it's so satisfying to see where even in these kind of circumstances where we all face this pandemic, we all suddenly had to switch from in-person classes to online classes, and where were able to actually make this possible for children, and children are enjoying our online classes. So it's really a very beautiful feeling. And when we see the confidence, children saying that I was doing 38 questions, 50 questions, and with a lot of practice and hard work, I was able to do more than 100 questions. So this is what is a very good feeling, where we are able to instill these life skills in children, where they know the importance of hard work, they know the importance of perseverance, which is what the program constantly wants to ingrain in the child, so that for lifelong they have these skills with them. So yes, now I would call upon our area representative, from Washington, Mr. Krishna, who has been with us and who is a firm believer of the program. He believes in math, he believes in abacus, and has been very successfully been able to expand his location. He started with one location in 3 years, and now he has another location. Yes, it's not been really very easy, because within this 3 years, starting up taking up a state of Washington, starting up a franchisee, in-person location, and then suddenly everything getting online. So Krishna, how has been your experience with UCMAS and the learning and the competition? In 3 years you experienced a lot.
Yes, thanks, Pooja, for inviting me to this. Yes, it's been a roller coaster 3 years, as you rightly said. And I would just like to add one aspect of belief that you mentioned. I think the belief that parents have had, the belief that children have had, and more importantly, franchise directors have had in the last 3 years has been amazing. It's been tough times. When we started in 2018, we had the Bellevue location opening, and thanks to Harisha and Ramesh, who started, and we wanted to put our best foot forward, being the first flagship location in Washington State. And it's great to see that the transition to online during the tough COVID times has been immensely successful there. And more importantly, Bellevue has been a location which has actually shown a growth year on year, despite the adversity. So I think that goes back to what I said, the focus that the franchise directors have. So, and 2020 was not an easy year. We all know that. But in times of adversity is when you need somebody to have a vision and come up front. And that's what happened in Bothell. Grish and Wrinkle actually opened up their center in the midst of COVID. Who would think of doing that? So
Yes.
Hats off to them to actually have that vision and move ahead in late August, September 2020. And they have blossomed in the last 6 months. and you could already see some kids winning there, which is always
Yes, yes.
happening in the first year of operations. So yes, adversity, as in anything, brings out the best in people, and that's what has happened in Washington. Um, Looking forward, 2022, we're hoping that something that's been in the back burner in terms of growth and development will actually come to fruition once the borders open up, once things open up.
Yes, sure. We are all looking for a brighter, 2020, and with everything opening up and online classes becoming in person. So yes, Krishna, thanks a lot for sharing your experience with UCMAS and your Washington, experience spreading the abacus learning. Thank you so much, Krishna.
Thanks.
So I think we'll go to the next segment. Megha would be taking up the next segment of introducing the flag bearer of Bellevue.
Yes, so as we were talking about Washington State, and so our first flagship location in Washington was Bellevue, and those amazing, cute little children were from Bellevue. And we will go on to introducing our center director from Bellevue, Harisha. Harisha, as all the obviously Bellevue students and parents are very well aware of, an extremely hardworking woman, extremely organized, planned, and super sorted, goes out of her way to accommodate, but still stays very strict with her commitments. And that is the reason we have seen that Bellevue students have shown amazing quality and have shown amazing sense of resilience even in the pandemic, because she is the one who is having the flag bearership and is continuing with instilling that quality of staying consistent with the program and staying regular with the discipline of the program. So thank you, Harisha, for being the flag bearer for UCMAS Bellevue.
So now I would like to call upon one of the parents from Bellevue who would like to share his experience as a UCMAS parent and what he has, experienced being a parent and going through the competition, and what is his belief in the program. So can we have Jack? Hi, Jack.
Hi there.
Hi.
Yeah, my
A
name
very
is
good
Jack
morning
West.
to you. And it's nice to meet you and on the online and know. We just want you to express your experience and share your experience with all the parents out here, and as what you have experienced with UCMAS program as a whole and the competition, which you have which was recently done in May.
Uh, my son Mark West, he's been with UCMAS Bellevue since going on 3 years, and
Wow.
it's been amazing. I'd love to give a shout out to Ramesh and Harisha that run the center there. They do their job excellent. They not only believe in the program, but they are excellent teachers, and it's been an amazing experience. Mark just took the STAR test for math, and he achieved a 99% score and
Wow.
accepted in advanced math. He's only 7 years old, but he's done an excellent job. It's helped him so much, and it's not only the abacus and the skills that he's learning. It's also the confidence, because now he's really excited to learn math, because we do little contests where he battles against me on doing math, and he can add and subtract single digits faster than I can by dictation.
That's amazing.
And he's so proud that he can beat a 50-year-old, and he's only 7.
That's something really we would want to share with all the parents here. And yes, that has been your experience, and in fact with all our UCMAS parents, that children are so confident with numbers because they have got the abacus technique of learning, and they can really use their recalling capacity to a great extent, and they can do numbers so quickly that even someone with a calculator cannot do. So this brings a lot of confidence in children, and they start enjoying math. They have no fear for numbers, and math is just like, a piece of cake for them. So that's one thing which we have always seen that children have experienced, not only one, each and every child in UCMAS. So very beautifully, shared your experience, and I'm sure all the, parents here would agree to what Jack has to share about Mark. Thank you so much, Jack, for sharing your experience and being with us today for the award ceremony.
Thank you.
So moving to our next segment, we have the continuation of awards for B and C categories. So here we go, and enjoy seeing your name. And now sharing the video of one of our students from Texas. So our students have to say something, and let's see what they have to say. So UCMAS student from Texas, UCMAS Plano.
Hi, I'm Smarn from UCMAS Plano. I really liked the competition because it was challenging, and I thank the teachers for helping me prepare for it.
All right, that was short and sweet, but very right. He loved the teacher who was helping her prepare for it. And so now moving on to the next segment, I will like to introduce our backbone of UCMAS USA, from who's managing our Michigan, Canton, Michigan location at this point. Shashwati, who has been one of our oldest UCMAS member, always enthusiastic and creates a truly encouraging atmosphere for all our students around her. A true superhero in all respects. We have her later on coming up for a live interview as well, and that is where I'll talk with her and get more insight from her experience. So right now, this is only for our Michigan location that she's representing in USA.
Yes, so now we would like to call upon another parent from Texas who would like to share her experience about the program. Yes, 1 second. Hi, so we'd just like to know what has been your experience with the UCMAS competition, and what is the big takeaway which you have experienced with the UCMAS competitions?
Hi there.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hi there. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the kids who have participated and have won in this competition. Also, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my kids' teachers, Mrs. Gargi and Rupali, for being so patient, especially with this very weird situation of virtual learning, and for their amazing teaching experience. With this competition, when I first heard or when I first saw the rules of like where the kids are expected, or not expected actually, the kids are like given 150 problems and they're given like 8.5 minutes, I was like overwhelmed. I was like, seriously, are the kids really going to do that? I thought my kid is also going to be overwhelmed, but he took it as a challenge. And then
Definitely,
like with
this is
every
what.
practice,
Yeah.
yep, with every practice test he was like taking it as a challenge. Oh, with last practice test I was able to do this number of questions, this many questions. Next practice I should beat my score. He took it as a challenge, and he was so proud. Like even me being a parent, I so proud that he was able to beat his practice test score when he actually did the actual test. So yeah, definitely this practice test and all the encouragement from the teachers has been like so great. And I'm actually looking forward to have in-person classes where my kid can like socialize with other kids too. And also he's like so much, he wants to like, oh, I want to see my teacher in person. I want to, because my kid started especially when this pandemic started, so he has always been with the virtual experience with the UCMAS, but it has been very, very nice. Very, very great experience, I should say.
Yes, we also as teachers definitely miss, the children coming to the centers. And as you have rightly said, yes, children are also get very attached to the teachers, and our teachers are, and our, the entire team. They are also dedicated and passionate about teaching and, about the program. It really shows. So that's really great to know that you have, your child has enjoyed with the teachers who have trained him, and they've done a great job, definitely, with the competition. And I'm sure your child has enjoyed the competition. And that's what it's really good that children, when they start, parents are also overwhelmed. In fact, not only parents, we also as teachers feel that, okay, this is too much for the child. But when you see how the child takes up the challenge, starts practicing, and some children are just doing 20-25 questions, and parents says, oh, you know what, he's just doing 25 questions, how can he do 150 questions? But every day, little by little, working towards and achieving, that's what the children start doing. And we are amazed to see that children, the way they perform. So yes, UCMAS competition has been that platform for parents and students to actually help children unleash their own potential, not restricting them, and really letting them know what their real inner strength and potential is. So that's really good. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing your experience with all the parents out here. I'm
Thank
sure
you.
all the parents would also, there are so many parents, but we had only a couple of parents coming on because we didn't have that much time. But, you can always type in your messages or write emails to us, sharing your experience. Thank you so much.
Thank
So
you.
moving forward to our next segment, which is the awards categories for category D. So let's go to category D awards.
All right, let's move on to our next segment. We have a couple of pre-recorded videos because we don't want, this today is a celebration for our children, and we wanted our children to be there on camera. But we just pre-recorded the videos with them so that we don't have any glitches in the last minute. So we have the pre-recorded videos from our children from New Jersey, followed by from a child from Kenton, Michigan. So let's see what the children have to say about the competition and about their experience.
Hi, I'm
Dian Thakkar, and I am in the UCMAS program in the advanced level. This program is a very helpful not only math program but a brain development. So from junior 1 to advanced, I've learned a lot. It also helps you with your memory, where you can actually remember stuff a lot better, which has helped me a lot in that area as well. And one of the examples it helped me in math specifically was in elementary A when I was introduced to negative numbers. There, I was getting very confused with all the numbers because I used to do like all these other calculations to get down with negative numbers, and now I can easily just do them. So it was very easy. It also helped me get into GNT, which is the Gifted and Talented program in my school, along with completing tests in like 5 minutes. And then the teacher said, how did you do that in 5 minutes? You can't turn it in right now. That was, it's very fast. That's one of the main points. And there are also tests in there, or competitions really, that will help you and that encourages you to win. Thank you and goodbye.
Hi, my name is Miha. I've been in UCMAS for 2 years. I am in intermediate B right now. I joined UCMAS because I love a good challenge. That's why I'm in the UCMAS challenge, because I love to push myself. I practice every day so I can be better and work hard. And my teacher, Miss Seswati, pushes me to work hard because she believes in me.
That's so true. Miss Shashwati believes in you, and that's why she pushes you to work hard. And absolutely, if you work hard, you see results, and that's what you would have already seen in your awards. If it's not already done, you will see it now, Viha. You've done a great job in the competition. So, moving on to our next segment, we have introduction of our next flag bearer, and a very glamorous flag bearer from Texas. So, a multifaceted entrepreneur, always full of energy, glamour, and her passion to keep growing is the best way to describe our very own queen from Texas, Gargi. Gargi owns the location in Plano and manages the other areas around Texas. So, she is the one who has been our flag bearer for the Texas area. Let's move on to our next segment. We have one more parent who wants to share his experience. As Pooja mentioned before, there is very little time, so we could accommodate only a few parents, but we tried and covered some of the states so that we could get views from every segment, though I feel the experience from every side or every state of USA is very similar, which is what we believe in is that there should be a standard quality across the nation and rather across the world. We recently finished our international competition, and it was almost the first experience for USA students, but I'm sure they had a great experience. And from years to come, they will also get exposed to international competitions, not just the national competition. So now we have our next parent from our New Jersey location, Santosh.
Yeah, hi everyone.
Hi, how are you doing today, Santosh?
I'm all right. How are you?
We're very good, and just wanted to get your opinion and your experience with our program with UCMAS, and also how the competition preparation was, and what have you felt different in terms of how the whole ladder worked for you.
Sure. So I think this is the only good thing that happened to us in this whole pandemic situation. Everybody was staying at home, and kid needed to channel out their energy, and that's when we decided, hey, let's find something out. So our journey with UCMAS is less than a year old. That's when we got enrolled, and when Saraswati, and great shout out to Saraswati for the great work that and she has done to push these kids. So when she told me that we have to do 150 questions in 8 minutes, I think one of the parents shared the same experience. I was like, it's not possible, and she asked me, okay, let's do it now. And the kids in the session, they did about 27 question in 8 minutes, and slowly we every week we practice and we saw great progress. And I'm really amazed at the work that Vashti did and Saswati, who kept on pushing these guys. So thank you.
That's amazing. That's very, very good. So joining the program during the pandemic and then doing the online competition has been obviously a very overwhelming experience. Do you think there is a sense of discipline that the child has been able to acquire because of the program?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Because when you are in a classroom, you're very focused. With all these online classes, it becomes challenging. And I really commend the teacher because they have been really accommodating in terms of planning the schedule or if there's any schedule change. But yeah, we have to keep track of kids, especially in this pandemic situation. We started with uh, few minutes of practice, and we did it more often. I think this competition is more about the journey, not about winning it. And it basically, you're challenging yourself every step. You reach one milestone, you keep going to the next until until you get like whatever you want to achieve in the competition. But the idea is you keep improving upon yourself.
That's correct. Thank you so much, Santosh, for joining in today and sharing your views about the competition and your experience with UCMAS. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Like Santosh mentioned, UCMAS competitions are about the journey. We believe that every participant of UCMAS is a winner, and we celebrate participation, not the winning, basically. The reason we do that is the whole journey of how you start and how you progress in the competition is what makes the competition unique in terms of learning, in terms of resilience, in terms of discipline, and all the other qualities that get instilled in the child during the competition practice. So, moving on to our next segment, the categories E and F that we will be declaring the winners for today.
So now moving to another pre-recorded video of one of our students who would like to share his experience. Before that, I would just like to, as you have just seen, that all the parents and students have the same thing to share and are, all are equally so much excited and believe in the program. It really makes me feel so good to be a part of an institute or have a vision and of something which is the same is believed by the end user. So you really feel that you're doing something right. So when we see that the parents are also so happy and satisfied with the program, the students are enjoying, it gives us a real great sense of achievement. Thank you all for believing in the program and having confidence and believe with us. Thank you so much. So moving on to the next segment of a pre-recorded video of one of our UCMAS students.
Hi my name's Nihali and I go to UCMAS Bato. I attended the national competition and I won. I was really, really, really happy. I think I did in total 200 practices. When I started, my score was 67, and now I've made my way up to 150. I am super happy.
So let me mention to you that this child who came in right now is no joke. She has been able to complete all 150 questions. And as Krishna mentioned before, she was the one is from the location that has started during the pandemic. So started in 2020, a new child who's done most of her classes online, and or maybe a combination when things opened up a little bit here and there, and she has been able to complete all 150 questions. So a big congratulations to her. We will come to know about the accuracy level. I'm not announcing it yet. When we share the scores and everything with the centers, but she has performed amazingly. And let's also now give a warm welcome to of introducing our flag bearer of Bothell, Wrinkle, who has been the driving force behind such children. Extremely skillful, artistic, pays attention to detail, and creates a creative aura around her and her students. Her students love her because of her creativity and her patience, how she handles with them. So Bothell is managed by Wrinkle and Grisham, and Wrinkle is the one who would be doing all the management for the Bothell location.
So now we have another parent from Bothell, and her name is Kathia, and she would be sharing her experience with UCMAS Bothell and what her child has. Hi, Kathia, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing?
We are all good and really excited to have this award ceremony online and share the names of the students. And definitely we actually started getting the pictures from parents, students standing in front of their screens, their TV screens, having their names displayed. Yes, we are missing the trophy in their hands, and it will be soon available to them within a week or so. The franchise director would be contacting you. So yes, how has been your experience with the UCMAS?
Well, first of all, I would love to start off by congratulating all the winners and our very own Miss Wrinkle. My daughter goes to her center. I just want to express my words of gratitude for everything she does. She's best in class. I think that it's all about the program, but also about the teachers. So she's the one who has passion, the drive, and it's all contagious. Congratulations to everyone and our Miss Wrinkle. Now on to your question. My experience has been nothing but tremendous. Adele is my daughter, kind of newish to this program. She started around 7 months ago, and honestly, with the start, it was many questions around, oh, what is the program about? We're very new to it. How does it work? But I do think that, again, Miss Wrinkle did make sure that we felt very comfortable, and she really provided the full support along this journey. And my daughter really at some point got into it. So it was absolute excellence of self-discipline. I don't really need to tell her, oh, go do the practice. It was just more about her, oh, today I need to practice for 5 minutes. And that's exactly how she studied for the exam. We were out on vacation, enjoying the beautiful city of country of Mexico. And she would wake up every single morning and she would go to her computer and practice. And again, just kudos to Miss Wrinkle, because she would throw little incentives to say, hey, if you hit 115, kids, you're going to get a gift card to the pottery class, or you get the painting class. And my daughter, who loves painting, it was a great motivator for her. And again, just she does feel what the children can be motivated by. And then the drives for results. And there is excellence in both execution and the strategy. Fantastic.
That's really nice to know that it's not just about competition, winning, and doing mental math. It's a lot more where the children are learning, a lot of other skills and life skills, actually, the discipline, the regularity. As you just told, that your child was on vacation and still was excited to do her work, which is amazing, to have this kind of habits, developed in children at a very young age. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with all of us. Thanks a
Thank you
lot.
so much for having me.
Thank you so much. And now moving to Megha for the next segment.
Yes, now we have our, as I said, the superhero for USA. I would be calling upon Shashwati to join me. She has had a very unique experience with UCMAS, and I would like to come ask her to share her experience on what her difference was from being in UCMAS since so many years and what she's learned through her experience. Okay, so I think there's some technical difficulty. We don't have Shashwati right now. Okay, this was from being in UCMAS since so many years and what she's learned through her experience. All right, Shashwati. So, would you like to share? So, I think there's some technical difficulty. We don't have Shashwati right now. Okay, this was I think Shashwati needs to shut the Facebook or any other live platform that she's streaming so that it doesn't repeat, and we can have her in back.
Yeah.
All right, Shashwati.
Yes, thank you.
So please share your experience, Shashwati, on how UCMAS has been a wonderful journey for you since the past decade or more.
Thank you. Yes, I have a lot to say about UCMAS. I am associated with UCMAS for last 15 years, and I started as a course instructor, as a teacher. And now I'm leading, or I'm looking after the US operation. It's a long journey, but it's a very short time. I feel the time has flown because I wish I have more time and I do much more for UCMAS. UCMAS is like my child. Like if you have the experience of having children, like you grow, you see your child or children growing and you grow with them. So similarly, I have seen UCMAS growing and I have grown with UCMAS. Another thing is, though I'm a teacher, but I have learned much more from my students than I have taught them. It's a lovely experience, and I really am very, very thankful to all my students and all the parents. Whatever I'm able to do today, just because of them. Another thing I want to tell about UCMAS program is that the competition, it's an amazing, unique program, or in the sense thing for UCMAS competition. To compete is nothing to lose or win. Compete is confidence. To compete, it gives you optimism. You become more optimistic. It improves your memory. It improves your perseverance and the experience, amazing experience that you gather through this competition. Of course, you get technically equipped and better, and the excellence that you achieve. UCMS competition is unique in itself, and I congratulate all the participants for the competition and, of course, the winners. And we will see many more competitions in the years to come. And I congratulate all the participants. And I love you, all my students. I love you. And I want to see you in person, but we will continue the in-person and online classes. Thank you, Megha.
I would like to know before you leave a quick, recap of how did you feel in terms of your experience with the paper-based competition and the online competition. You're one of the representatives in USA who has had a major experience. Though some of the directors and some students in USA have had the experience of the 2019 competition, which was a paper-based competition, but obviously your experience has been vast in terms of the paper-based competition and the online competition. How different or difficult or easy it was for you to be able to get children to practice, or you to prepare the instructors to work for the paper based as compared to the the online competition?
Yeah, there's a huge difference as long as my experience and my action goes. Because when it is paper based, I can give papers to students and I can tell them, okay, you have to do these papers and bring them back to me, and I could regulate their practice sessions. But when it is in online, I could only tell them. I could talk to the parents and I could tell them, today you have to do 4 papers or 5 papers a day. But I couldn't really regulate them. I couldn't do and make them do it. But competition, I could make them do it myself. So that's why I was a little shaky. I was a little nervous and I wasn't very happy. But thanks to parents, of course, they had taken this opportunity also. They motivated their students. But yeah, in person is in paper. Of course, I would love to do it, but I'm very happy the way the head office has conducted the whole competition. It was, if not 100% successful or content, I am, but at least 85 to 90%. At least we could do it. Children could get the flavor, could get the essence of the competition. They could participate in the competition. In this strange situation of this pandemic, at least we could bring some changes in their life and we could motivate them to take part in the competition. So I'm really thankful, and we have achieved. We have achieved to a large extent. So, of course, I would love to have in-person competition in 2022.
All right. So thank you so much, Shashwati, for your insight and your experience. And let's move on to the next segment of the award ceremony, which is our last set of awards for the G, H, and I category. We did not have many participants in these categories because they are fairly at the end of UCMAS level, since it's in the advanced module. But we surely had a few in the H and I, which are the last categories, but we had quite a few in the G. So the G, H, and I, which is the advanced module awards going on now. All right, Pooja. It was a good ride in different states of USA. What did you think?
Yes, and I was amazed to see children reaching up to I category, H and I category. It's just been 3 years of UCMAS USA operations, and we have students completing advanced level, which is a big achievement. So that's really great. I was not expecting that.
Pooja, I think that is the beauty of UCMAS being spread in 80 countries across the globe. These H and I category students are the students who have transferred from various countries.
Yes, okay, that may okay. Yes, just 3 years so fast. They've
No,
completed.
we're not fast tracking the program for them, sorry. But basically, it's the beauty of UCMAS being spread in 80 countries across the globe, and children from Russia, from different parts of Asia and Europe, everywhere are getting transferred to USA, and we're getting all these students to come in the higher categories. Yep.
That's really wonderful, and I'm sure parents and students have enjoyed today's session, and they're excited to see their names. We already started receiving pictures of students, proudly standing in front of the screens. Parents, do share more pictures and whatever celebration you have done for your child, and
But
make it special day for them.
before we end, we have a special presentation to make, a special video, which is showcasing our presence and also giving us those memories from the past. So let's play that video. So please don't go away. We have a few seconds, few minutes spend a few last few minutes with us and see our journey of UCMAS USA.
Wow, nice to see the the classroom setting and the in-person classes which used to be conducted. Missing them all. So thank you so much, parents. Yeah.
Soon, I think we will all be joining in the classrooms and enjoying it more enthusiastically.
Yeah, for sure. So I hope all the parents and students have enjoyed and are happy with their results. And thank you so much for being with us. All the parents and students have a great day. I think it's it's still morning for a few people in USA, and a very good afternoon, and have a nice Sunday to yourself. Thank you so much for joining us.